The Wells Fire Department was called to a propane leak over the weekend that impacted two businesses, Aubuchon Hardware and Borealis Bread. Crews had removed everyone out of Aubuchon. However, a cat named Tiny was still inside. That's when firefighter Sean Connell went back inside and saved the hardware store's mascot. After that, crews went to Borealis Bread for Operation Save the Dough. Those working at the bakery said if the dough was not put in the cooler within just minutes, it would be ruined. Thankfully, firefighters were also able to save the bread. Oh, look at Tiny there. Oh, glad that was a happy ending.